What's up, YouTube? Should you breed blue tongue skinks? There is many pros and cons involved in breeding blue tongues. You can have the low of your skink getting injured during mating to the triumphant high of opening the cage filled with babies. They can be aggressive breeders that may scare some away, but if you learn the signs, it will help you mitigate them. So, things to think about before breeding. What species are you going to breed? Are you going to focus on the genetic hybrids, the few pure genetic projects? You can also do amazing things with polygenics, for example. This is one of our killer reds, and you guys seen some of our oranges we produced. There's also the other Indonesian species and other locales, as well as some of the other rarer Australian species that are becoming more common. One thing to think about, is there a demand for blue tongues in your area? You can research local expos, stores, and one thing to think about, does your state have a ton of blue tongue breeders? And if they do, what are they breeding? Maybe they're all breeding northern, so it might be good to look into Marukis or Indonesian. But just because someone has other species in your state doesn't mean you should completely shy against them. Being they are polygenic, they might have more red products, so might be good to focus on different colors to mix it up. Not everyone likes the same thing. People that like more of your color might buy from you and vice versa for them. But with that, it's an exciting time with mutations being consistently reproduced now and new pure genetic ones popping up. It's going to bring in lots of new keepers and breeders. And blue tongues bring a pretty calm and docile pet, as you can see with this one just chilling on my lap. It's going to be a positive future. Now that you decided what you're going to breed, and you figure out how to breed, you got to figure out what you're going to do with the babies. So you're going to either have to do, multiple smaller enclosures. Some people start them off in smaller groups, but it gets harder as they age. We've tried that, and we had a northern injured, so after that, we just do them all separately. And as they get bigger, upgrade them to bigger size. But same thing, you're going to want to think about that if you do racks, as blue tongues grow, they grow relatively quick. So you're going to want various size tubs or different racks to upgrade them as they go. Then you're going to want to plan for the amount. So, one female could have 20 babies, or it could have none. So a good way to do it, if you do 10 times the number of females you breed, that will give you a good reference. It's not guaranteed you'll get 100 babies from 10 females. Then on the opposite side, if a lot of them go and they all have a good number, you could have more than 100. So you're going to want to be able to adapt as you go on the fly. But don't get discouraged if you don't exceed right away. We failed our first season, and now since then we've been consistently producing them each year. It does help having multiple of each gender, though, as some males won't cycle, or they'll cycle later and be on a different window. And then on the opposite, the female might not like your first couple males, so you're stuck with, your plan D, which you're glad you had that. It might not be as bright of a male, for example, but he'll get the job done and still get some great babies in the end. I hope you guys enjoyed this different type of video. Gives you a couple of different things to think about in the future. Let us know if you have any questions, and thanks for stopping by. Please like and subscribe.